Hello, good morning. We'd like to welcome you to the fifth session of our gallery walkthroughs. The gallery walkthroughs are brought to you by Art Fair Philippines and our partner galleries for the Art Fair. This is designed to be able to introduce you to the galleries since we have a very strong online component for the art fair this year. No? This is to also make you aware that the galleries are open and available for you to visit at any time. Okay, for this, we'd like to thank our partners for this session. That's Ayala Land, BPI, Globe Platinum, and Don Paparam. We'd like to thank our education partners, Ateneo Art Gallery, Museum Foundation of the Philippines, and the Embassy of Spain in the Philippines. For this morning's gallery walkthrough, the following are participating. 1335 Mabini, Art Elaan, Art for Space, Eskinita Art Gallery, Kaida Contemporary, VIVA ExCon Dasun, Bacolod, in partnership with Orange Project.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So our first gallery today would be 1335 Mabini. So 1335 Mabini, when you're ready.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome to 1335 Mabini.
This is Marisha Gutierrez, the owner and managing director. I'm Robert, one of your staffers. So what we'll be doing today, we'll go through the entire showroom just to show you guys a glimpse of each artist and each artwork. So,
Our first artwork is by Julia and Jean. We discovered them at the art fair in Cebu, and they used we told them to use local materials to represent the Philippines. So they used the balikbayan box. And and with this one, they used Kusi, to make this abstract thing. And also, the very clever, they did this again with Pinyakusi with the baseball. And again with Pinyakusi. And then this one again with pasta. Our second exhibitor is Czar, known as 02700501. He is using abaca because we told them to use something Filipino, so it's abaca in his abstract. The third one is Melissa Leong Yap. She is using tinalak. She combined tinalak with her painting. You can see. And we also did a lot of sculptures, fiberglass, and tinalak inside. Let's turn it on, Robert. Yeah, it's really nice if I turn off the light. Let's turn off. So that's it for our short tour. Thank you, everybody. Did they record that?
Thank you, 1335 Mabini. Now for our second exhibitor for today, we would have Elaan.
Elaan is a Philippine contemporary art gallery that promotes upcoming and established artists. Elaan is enclosed in an all-glass space and is divided into three spaces, namely Gallery Red, Gallery White, and Gallery Blue. Each space has an array of solo shows and thematic group exhibitions. Elaan is located at the second floor Filipino village of Ayala Malls, Manila Bay in Parañaque City. For this year's art fair, Elaan is featuring 4 shows. Featured in Gallery White is Anton del Castillo. Anton del Castillo is a multi-awarded visual artist who completed both his bachelor's and master's degree in fine arts at the University of the Philippines, as well as a residency grant in New York. His works have been exhibited in galleries and museums in the Philippines, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and United Kingdom. In this exhibition, Anton del Castillo mobilizes the simulacrous journey to reveal a world that simultaneously seeks replication and emancipation from sin. Next featured in Gallery Blue is Toti Cerda. Toti Cerda is a prolific artist whose career has blossomed since he entered the art scene as a painter more than a decade ago. Trained as an illustrator to create covers for local paperback novels, Cerda showed one of his watercolor paintings to a gallerist in Manila for the first time in 1997. Since then, he has gone on to hold sold-out solo shows and win numerous awards, including grand prize at both the GSIS National Painting Competition and the Art Association of the Philippines Annual Art Competition. Inside the master's mind is Toti Cerda's long-standing series of self-portraits and appropriation of old master's works. Pagdakila, or paying homage, is how Cerda describes the concept, wherein he depicts himself gazing upon seminal pieces of a particular art genre he admires. Featured in Gallery Red is a back-to-back exhibition by Christian Tamundong and Kupusher. Christian Tamundong's Effervescence presents works that evoke a fizzing sense of elation in terms of appearance. From crevices of these vibrant distractions may arise a broader sense of emotions, including disdain, contempt, and sorrow. On the other hand, Kubusher's 12 carry on the artist's mission to mess with our established identification of pop culture icons. Characters we have come to know and love get twisted and smashed and turned inward just before the point of unrecognition. And lastly, our fourth show is displayed at the ground floor of Ayala Malls, Manila Bay, located near the entrance of Rumbera Drive. Personal Resonance gathers Filipino talents who continue to deliver an impact to their respective fields by visualizing their sentiments, creating worlds, and depicting their truth. There's a busy street of faces passing by in this massive presentation, from Ambi Abanyo's portrait on woodcut to the quirky and hunting illustrations of Dennis Capellan and Joan Sudlon, to the bizarre visages of Joselito Handayan. Rubel Rendon focuses on human feelings represented by figures that melt and mold. Nico Pelaez and Wilfredo Femaria portray divinity in characters. Jerry Hokiko's surrealist works shoot a pang of curious nostalgia, while that of David Riquelme takes us to the otherworldly excitement. Ferdinand Cacnio and Nicolo Jose display their command of brass and wood respectively as they choreograph these materials to swirl and bloom in soft poetic terms. This kinetic fluidity is likewise felt in the paintings of Gino Negren's human subjects, Tammy De Roca's seascapes, and even in Marge Organa's angular abstract glass form. Andre Baldovino and Rene Bituin play with textures and depths through abstractions as Grandier, Bella, and AATA toy with the familiar in their pop art creations. and each one resonant in its own inimitable way. Art Elaan is inviting everyone to drop by in Ayala Mall's Manila Bay to see the works in person. See you there!
Thank you, Art Elaan. Now for our next exhibitor for today, we have Art for Space.
Hi, welcome to Art for Space. Today we are featuring Demi Padua's works, and the title is Main Event. We are here in Art for Space. It was put up in 2018. As you can see, late Don Sulubayban and I thought of having an artist community here. We have two galleries. This is the brick gallery, and the main gallery is over there. Okay. Let's enter our gallery here. Yeah, so these are the works of Mr. Demi Padua. Mr. Padua, can you join me here?
Hi.
Hello. Demi Padua is an FEU Fine Arts graduate 2005. He has won several awards, and the major award that he received was the Central Bank Panao competition, wherein he was the grand prize winner. That's a very unique contest because you can only join if you're you won top 3 in any major award contest. And here are his paintings. This is his hoodie series sculpture made of resin, and the clothes are also unique to every art sculpture. Yes, and over here, this is another painting of Denise. It's handmade. It's not a print. It's not a photograph. It's a handmade painting. It uses grids, and as you can see, it's very lifelike. Demi Padua was able to bridge the gap between abstraction and realism. I'll move over here. This is a 3x2 work, mostly done in black and white. There you go. And then here is one of his famous series, the Mickey Head series. There you go. It's 4x3. We had to draw lots yesterday. It was a very successful opening. And how we did it is that we had Cambiolo, and we raffled off 29 artworks. And it was all sold out. Here we go. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Don Paparam. We also were sponsored by Island Rose, Fresh, and from Polytechnic.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Padua. Okay, now here's a close-up of the other hoodie series sculptures. There you go. The head of the there you go. the cap of the doll can be detached. Okay. And then now we go to the other gallery. Guys, we might experience some technical difficulties. The voice might, go away, but the video will still be on. What we'll do is we'll show you the artworks in the main gallery and come back here to explain what we saw there. Just in case the voice goes out. Let's go. Oh, over there. Over there is Team Padua. Team Padua. As I mentioned, we also have the Sining Lubuyo Art Festival here every 2 years. It was just stopped during the pandemic. So here we have a industrial type gallery made of, some of the parts are made of recycled metal coming from different places. As we enter, you will see a lot of roses. Sponsored by Island Rose.
I think Art for Space might just have some technical difficulties. I think maybe we can move on first to the next exhibitor, and yeah.
The Mickey.
Okay. Let's go back quickly first to Art for Space.
Yes.
Hi, yes. You have, sorry. We'll let you continue, but just a friendly reminder, you have 4 minutes left. Thank you. Art for Space. Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties again reaching Art for Space. Yeah. Let's proceed first with Eskinita Art Gallery, if that's okay.
Established in 2017, Eskinita Art Gallery brings about a contemporary platform for intervention within an art scene that continues to grow, evolve, and complicate. Eskinita, as an artist-run gallery, hopes to engage the community with curatorial and collaborative programs that will encourage inspired creativity among artists of different backgrounds. Eskinita, through its flagship grants and mentoring program to class, is committed to the continuing development and guidance of young artists. And for this year, Eskinita Art Gallery present To Decay is to Bloom, solo show by Marvin Quizon. Loss, Suffering and catastrophes are all primordial experiences of a man. Humans have their own encounters of these. They can be heavy and are often personally overpowering. Marvin Quizon's solo show embodies this apocalyptic arena and its aftermath. The show's subject matters are the artist's titular birds who are either dying or deformed in a beautifully detailed manner. For this exhibition, all the artworks revolved around the subject matter, presented in a realist perspective that is almost abstract in form because of how intricate and complex they are. And this is exactly what sets this exhibition apart Quizon's initial ones. This curation of the decomposing birds could be a representation of the intensifying adversities we experience today. The fluctuating health level alerts from worse to better and over again, the artist's observation of this current system also inspired the show. The cycle of suffering and recovery juxtaposed with the image of a decomposing bird poses a perplexing range of thought as to whether this may be a good thing or bad. This daunting notion surrounds the exhibition of Marvin Quizon as the audiences go from one piece to another. Quizon was born in 1993. He has a degree in visual communication acquired from Bulacan State University. He was a grand prize winner for Metrobank Art and Design Excellence under watercolor category in 2017. Quizon likes to dwell on the ambivalence of life. His works mostly pay attention on death and its perplexing appearance and role in the natural world. It takes a close scrutiny into human beings' existential wonder, of that which fills the gap or that which makes purposeful of the quintessence of life.
Thank you, Eskinita Art Gallery and Eskinita Art Farm. So our next exhibitor for today would be Kaida Contemporary.
What? Hindi na tayo nilive.
Uh,
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Kaida Contemporary. Sorry, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Kaida Contemporary. We're going inside our space 1. Our first work is by Jose Tensi Ruiz. That's Serena 1. So you can see there are some texts interspersed with the image. The next work is by Sian Derrit. The title is Land Conversion, Theater of Abstraction. As you can see, there are Latin words there that says fiat panis. It means let there be bread. So you can see the map details. Next artwork is again by Jose Tensi Ruiz. This is Sirena 2. Up next, we have 2 works by Mayu Solano. One is The Dreamer's Delight. So you can see all the fantasy elements in the artwork. And this one is Wandering Souls. And then we have Ikea Rizalon with her acrylic on canvas and hand embroidery. The title is Watchers. So it's like they're on a picnic. There. And this one, of course, is Kirby Rojas with his lenticular canvas. So one angle shows a different image from the other, as you can see. And there are several paintings in one. There are 8, and the title of the work is On the 8th Day. Next, we have LJ Ablola It's a scene from Manila depicted in bright colors and vibrant pigments. And there's also some piercings on the canvas and the addition of some threads and beads. The next one is by Jonathan Hoven. Vision. So it's acrylic on canvas with tracing paper layered on top of it, and then it's painted with a different image. So as you can see, there are different layers to the work. Here we have Mark Arcamo. So the work on top is titled Descending Isolation. The one at the bottom is Headspace. They're like chilling in the midst of chaos. This one is Elijah Santiago. Portrait of a Family. And then below it is Demosthenes Campos. Bye-bye. Yan. This one we're particularly excited about. This is Stences, The Angel of Magical Science. So from the Black Plague to the pandemic, that's how we are. Next, we go to Space 2 with a huge work by Caloy Hernale. This one is Heroes Day. So you can see the statues of the national heroes above, the colors of celebration. And the figure 18 Pansit Canton. Next one, we have Melvin Culaba. The one on the right is multiple choices, turok or not turok. And then the one on the left is but Chinanish. So as you can see, there are details when you go closer. Next artworks are by Babyline Pahilagutan, Organic 20 and 21. So you see layers of thread and paper along with the pigment, and it's encased in acrylic. Next pieces are by David Ryan Viray. The one on top is Outwitting the Devil. And the one below is Biting the Hand That Feeds. Next, we have a very good corner with works by Paulo Germar and Nika Dizon. So you can see all the vibrant colors, happy paintings. For Nika, the title is Lautan. Next works are by Angelo Tabihe. Matriarch and Untamed. There's another piece by Jose Tencio Luis. And these ones are by Gian Brix Garcia, Devotion and Devoted. So we hope you can visit. We'll show you our outdoor space. So you can have unlimited coffee with us while visiting the gallery. For the final tour. Thank you so much, Art Fair Philippines.
Thank you, Kaida Contemporary. Thank you so much.
Thank
Now,
you.
for our next exhibitor for today, we will go to Viva ExCon.
Tapos na. Mukha ko kayo naman.
Hindi makikita natin.
Yes.
Hi, Ida. When you're ready.
Good morning. Okay. Good morning. Maayong aga sa tanan. So, we're here in Orange Project. And to tell you shortly about the gallery before we go into the Kalibutan exhibition. So, to quote its mission, is both simple and complex. It is expanding creative potentials in a flexible space that has blossomed into an art hub. It is exploration, collaboration, explosion, reflection, and cross-discipline. So this space is actually a collaboration between visual artist Charlie Ko and businessman artist Victor Benjamin Lopwe III, which has actually been in 3 spaces around here in Art District. So from a bridgeway to now a 2-level building.
Hi, Ida. Ida,
yes,
sorry. I think you accidentally turned off your camera. Sorry, we
Ay,
can't
okay.
see you. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Hold on. Ayun. Okay. So this space is actually has been in 3 locations here in Art District in Bacolod. So from a bridgeway type lang to now a 2-level building. It has hosted and encountered all kinds of art. So now it is we are here now in an enclosed space where the current installation is by Maureen Austria, Sakto, who is Viva ExCon 16's island coordinator for Negros. So going back to Kalibutan, which most of you may know, has already ended last December 2020. So 2021, sorry. Let me share to you a virtual tour instead. So
Hi, Ida. Hi, thank you, Ida, for sharing this video. Will you be giving a little bit of a tour of your space? You have about 3 minutes if you like.
Yes, but before, so that's just 5 minutes of the virtual tour that we prepared during the exhibition. Since, of course, during those times, we really cannot tell if people can go out or experience the whole exhibition. So that was also the reason why we created the virtual tour. But to tell you about the exhibition, so Kalibutan, it is where the whole exhibition was inspired from. So Kalibutan in Hiligaynon, it refers to both the world and consciousness. So it is both world making and worldview. To quote Sir Patrick Flores, the head creator of the exhibition, the world is embodied on the one hand, and the body is enworlded on the other. It is rare for a word to simultaneously mean cosmos and cognition. For Sir Patrick, this is the curatorial team's prompt to create conditions for expressive material that responds to the range of stimuli of an active ecology to play out in space for VIVA. So the title pertains to the state of being in the world, thinking through the world, and finally looking after it with care, as well as with anxiety, affection, or even obsession. Mindfulness of the world acknowledges involvement in its production, as well as the indefiniteness of its vastness. So Viva ExCon 16 actually moved forward with the very first online Viva ExCon, both the exhibition and conference. So it was not the best, but it was what was possible during that time, given the situation. So such as Kalibutan, exhibitions happen differently, I'm sure, even there in Metro Manila. So Sir Patrick was calling us during that time, during the setup, to become his eyes and his hands as he created Orange Project. So this is innovating how mounting and presenting exhibitions can be done without being present during the pandemic. So let me move lang po to the first floor and change connection to also show the other installation.
Hi, Ida. Yes, if you can hear me, we'll let you do the quick tour, but just to be mindful, we can give you 3 minutes just to uh, keep within our time frame. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Last few minutes po. So here we are in the first floor of Orange Project. The current installation is by Manny Montelibano, who also happens to be Viva ExCon 16's director. So going back to Kalibutan, the curatorial team's a plan that time was to have, we were lucky to have regional curators from each of the our regions here in Visayas. So we have Western Visayas, Eastern and Central Visayas. So each of our regional curators, they got two artists or two groups from their region. So from Western Visayas, we had Denly Chavez and Perry Argel here in Negros. And from Panay, we had Ron Espinosa, T.M. Melones, and Farida Cabayao as one project. And we also have ICANN Creatives and AR Sculptura. In Central Visayas, we have Gabi Nazareno and Mona Alcudia, as well as retired artist and Solitario Cinco, who are composed of 5 artists. And in Eastern Visayas, we had Popo Amascual, um, Popo Amascual, RB Sanchez, Regional Art Forum, and oh my God, I forgot one. I think that's all. So yes, I think that's about it for Orange Project and Viva ExCon.
Thank
For
you, Ida.
Sorry, for more details of the current exhibition here, you may head to orangeproject.ph.
Okay, thank you, Ida. Now, we will go back to Eskinita Art Gallery. For this session, we actually have Sir Eski, who is live at his gallery space.
Hello, good morning, Artfield Philippines. Thank you for this opportunity. Dito po tayo na sa Eskinita Art Farm sa Tanawan, Batangas. Pasok po tayo. So our show for the month is by Plus, group of artists, Day of the Land. So to give you a background, short background of our program, ang Plus po, sinimulan po natin noong 2017. Sa tulong po ni Renato Magulan, siya po yung mentor ko no college po. So basically, pinagpapatuloy po namin yung tradition ng mentoring from mga SR through Renato Magulan, pinasa po sa generation namin. Kami naman po, responsibility namin ipasa sa mas generation at yun po yung gusto namin magpatuloy. So ito po yung mga class artists namin. Meron po kaming 4 batches. Sa isa ko po ipapakita yung works nila. Then Mark de la Cruz, Jamie Lucas, then Mark de la Cruz po ulit. Sa malaking mural niya sa pandemic. Linuel Bautista, Tamer Tarang, isa pong political activist. Then Albino from Pangasinan. Morgan Espinosa from Iloilo, and Ana Maba from Pangasinan, and Francison. Sila po yung mga artists from Pangasinan, Biscay. So, sa Tuklas po, hinahanap po namin yung mga artists from different parts of the land. So, iba-ibang lugar po, Pangasinan, Bulacan, Iloilo, iba-ibang probinsya po. So, nasa isip po namin na magkaroon po ng decentralization, makatulong kami sa decentralization, at mag-meet po yung center and periphery. Hindi po yung idea namin sa Eskinita Art Farm. Ilabas po yung mga activities, hindi lang po Manila, hindi lang po Makati. So, pati Batangas, kasama po namin yung mga iba-ibang lugar, Cavite, Batangas, Antipolo, marami na po mga artist initiative. So isa po yun sa mga project natin. Ito po si Apoy Gonzalez, Ibrito, Josh Palisok, from Nevesia, Alex from Ibrito, Kino Padlan from Pangasinan, Biscay, Lawrence Cervantes from Bulacan, Beatriz, Manila, Joel from Aklan. And meron po tayong mga ceramic sculptors, si Iana Engaño and Genevieve Lazaro. Maganda po yung relationship nilang dalawa dahil si Genevieve, siya yung nagbibigay ng mentorship kay Iana. Akyat po tayo sa 3rd floor. So masaya rin po kami na yung mga artists yung develop through the 4 years of our mentorship program. So ito po si Mark Laza,
Hi everyone, we're just experiencing some technical difficulties. We're just there, we got to recover.
Imunar. Ayun po yung tuklas namin. So, 4 batches, 32 artists. Tuloy-tuloy po yung programa namin para sa kanila. So, meron din po tayong art residency dito sa Eskinita Art Farm. Ito po yung isa sa grants na binibigay namin sa kanila. So, ito po yung terrace namin. Pagkatapos yung makita yung exhibit, na-enjoy po ng mga tao yung view. Ito po yung Taal Lake, yung Taal Volcano, Tagaytay. Pwede pong magkape rito pagbisita nyo. So, sulit po yung biyahe. Ito po, may isa pa tayong work dito by Bacolod Gonzales. Maraming salamat po. Kung meron pa pong chance, magsalita mamaya. Or sa Q&A, dito na po tayo.
Yes, Sir Eski. Yes, during the question and answer portion. So, thank you, Eskinita Art Gallery. And yes, we will have a question and answer portion with all of our exhibitors for today. Now, before we proceed to the question and answer portion, I believe 1335 Mabini has a quick video that they also want to share.
Hi everyone, this is 1335 Mabini again. So what we'll be showing you guys now was supposed to be the second part of our presentation, but due to technical difficulties, you weren't able to show it earlier. But now we have it here. So without further ado, here's
Hi, 1335 Mabini. Sorry. Do you want to try share screening again with audio? Right now, we can't hear the audio of your video.
hello, sorry. Oh, you can't hear it.
Yeah, I think, Robert, when you stop share screen, so close your window first. And then when you share screen again, on the lower left, there's a button that says
Share
share
sound.
sound. Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, there. Okay, sorry. We'll
No
do over
problem.
again.
No problem.
Okay, here it is. Without further ado.
The 1335 Mabini Gallery has always envisioned itself as an avenue to promote local and foreign art. Its original iteration was actually established way back in 2012 at Ermita, Manila. Now at our second location in Makati City, we continue that vision to be a platform for outstanding and innovative artists. For Art Fair Philippines 2022, 1335 Mabini is proud to introduce Reconsidering the Present, curated by the lovely Ricky Francisco. This is a collection that consists of 3 distinct exhibitions, all focusing on the interconnectedness of the local and international. The first of our installation this year is by young sisters Julia and Jean, coming all the way from Cebu. Paperweight makes use of local materials like husi and balikbayan boxes to depict foreign subjects, highlighting the world's influence over Filipino cultural identity. Even though the two sisters possess a similar passion for the arts, they also prove to be quite distinct from each other, as evident in their respective works. Next up, we have Melissa Yong Yap's Solace in Shadows. These are paintings and sculptures that combine contemporary elements with the tinalak weaves of the Tiboli people. Being immersed in various indigenous communities and managing social enterprises, Melissa has always been inspired to put a spotlight on dyeing crafts in the Philippines, always incorporating them into work in an effort to sustain these traditions and make them viable sources of livelihood in the communities. Last but not the least is a series called Rescheduled Mindfulness. This is by the artist only known as 0270501. Also using local resources such as Abaca, these pieces focuses on concepts of time and memory. They provide an opportunity for viewers to simply drift into the moment and meditate on what is happening now. With this moniker, the artist has the aura of secrecy. This way they aren't bound by any human physicality, but at the audience perception through the works themselves. With this show, what we really want to do is to shine a light on what it means to be a connected society, especially in our day and age. This year, the gallery's guests and visitors will also find another extensive collection with the title In Conversation from Masters to Contemporary. As the name suggests, the pieces here include not just of established contemporary artists but also that of famed masters. The featured works include Louis Cordero's Six Hana, Joy Maliaris, The Storyteller, Geraldine Javier's Babaylan, Mauro Malang Santos' Untitled, Federico Aguilar Alqua's Abstract, Ang Kikok Still Life, Solomon Saprid Tikbalang, Benedicto Cabrera's Mother and Child, Felix Resurrección Hidalgo Rooftop in Paris, Vicente Manansala, Star Mabini, more than anything, prides itself as a smart gallery remains the same, to nurture the voices and represent the talents of artists both local and foreign. Here at 1335 Mabini, our doors are always open.
And that is our presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We will now proceed to our live question and answer portion with Dindin Araneta.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentations. Let's begin the Q&A. I'd like to start with one question. How do you plan to further promote your galleries and artists online? Would anyone like to take that question first?
Hi, Miss Dindin.
Yes, hi, Ida.
For Viva ExCon and for Orange Project. But I think mainly for Orange Project, what we currently do is we ensure that we profile for example, the artist's works from their old to their current work, and of course, keep it updated through website, which I think is where most of the galleries are going to anyway to this time. So, kumbaga hybrid. We try to have a mix of exhibition here physical, and we also keep them updated through the website. So profiling, kumbaga, yeah.
So do you have one person dedicated just to update the website?
Yes po. we have seen the importance during coming from Viva ExCon, since we also decided to have the first online Viva ExCon. So there we saw na it is also possible to show the artist and their works through online. So there are also pros, there are also cons, but at least we continue to explore ways.
Okay, thank you, Ida. Yeah, would anyone like to share how you plan to further promote your spaces and the artists who show with you online?
Baka pwede mo na rin ito maging opportunity para promote yung next project namin dito sa Eskinita Art Farm. So magkakaroon po kami ng public art project this April 10. Katulong ko po si Alwin Rianillo. Siya po yung project head ng project. So ang tawag po namin ay Art in the Lake. So dito po sa Eskinita Art Farm sa bayan ng Tanawan, magkakaroon po kami ng procession ng mga illuminated artworks done by collaborative groups coming from different areas of the country. So meron po kaming 9 groups. So yung mga works po nila, gagawin po namin procession sa parade of illuminated sculptures from Eskinita Art Farm, bayan ng Hanpol Occidental, pababa ng bayan ng Gonzales, pababa ng Lake. So install po namin yung mga artworks sa dalampasigan ng Taal Lake, and doon po yung mangyayari exhibit. So sa April 10, magkakaroon po kami ng konting event. Pwede po kayong pumunta at makisali sa procession namin. Pwede nyo makibuhat ng mga artworks. So merong individual artworks, meron pong collaborative. Sana po makisali kayo. So yun po yung paraan namin na may promote yung projects namin at mailabas yung proyekto kasama yung community dito sa Tanawan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Eski. Eski, how do you plan? Will you have that? Will you have some documentation on the website in case people cannot be there in person? How would they be able to?
Yes, yun ang balak namin, magkaroon ng mga video and still documentation. So sana makapag-shoot kami ng drones din kasi para makita yung kabuuan ng lugar. So yes, magkakaroon kami and pwede namin i-share sa inyo.
Yeah, thank you, Eski. Would others like to share how they can further promote art, well, your spaces and the artists who you show, no?
Am I not muted? Hi, yeah, here at 1335.
Yes.
Hi, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, clearly, yeah.
Yeah, hi, here at 1335. We'd like to further promote using social media. And of course, our website that we're trying to revamp even more for the artists that we're showing this year. We'd like more videos there. And like this, for example, this May, we're gonna have like a flower show. It's gonna be like a surprise, and then we're gonna have something very Instagrammable for everybody to see, even through videos, or hopefully, I mean, now that the pandemic is hopefully the endemic, more people will come. So it's really through social media for us as of the moment.
Thank you. Yeah, I think even when we have face-to-face interactions nowadays, the online component, which we all started during the pandemic, might actually be here to stay and become an important component also for gallery operations. There's one question that was asked by an anonymous attendee. How would you describe contemporary art in the various regions of the country? Which one is the most dynamic or best art scene? Maybe maybe Ida and Eski would like to answer.
Mahirap magbigay ng comparison, pero sa ngayon, ang mga ka-collaborate namin, unang-una yung Iloilo. So, for 1 year in 2018, nagkaroon kami ng Bailuhanay project. Bailuhanay means exchange. So, nakita namin yung diversity ng works, art making ng mga taga-Iloilo. So, sila yung dinadala namin dito. Pero, tumulong sa amin yung Molo Mansion. Dinala namin yung mga artists namin dito sa Iloilo at nag-imbita rin kami ng iba-ibang artists from different provinces. So pati Mindanao doon ay sali namin. So para sa amin, ito yung magandang ehemplo nung nabanggit ko kanina, decentralization. Maganda lumawak yung mga proyekto natin at magkaroon na ito, Bailuhanan. So nakita namin na iba-ibang provinces, iba-ibang lugar, very active. Pangasinan, Bulacan, and then dito sa Batangas, sinisimulan namin makihalubilo sa mga local artists, and then Cavite, nakita namin yung mga artists lumilipat doon, nakikipaghalubilo sa mga nakatira doon. So, as a whole, hindi na lang sentro yung pinangyayarihan ng mga projects. So, iba-ibang lugar na kalat sa peripheries ng lugar natin.
Thank you, Eski. What about you, Ida? How would you like to answer the question?
For VIVA ExCon po, I think in some ways, all of the artists who contributed their works have made their work contemporary, especially that initially there were plans of doing performing arts actual here in Orange Project, but they had to recalibrate their work in order for it to be pushed through and be presented here in Orange Project. But I think what is also important during VIVA ExCon is we try to reach out to islands or parts of the island who are not yet that exposed. So we were happy to have their work and have them present during the VIVA ExCon. So as you can see po during in the virtual tour, if you can check it out more in our YouTube channel, their performances were mostly through videos. So yun, they had to think out of the box from their original plan.
Thank you, Ida. There's another question from Mr. Don Clark. Hi, everyone. I'd like to ask how the pandemic affected art sales in the Philippines and how did you deal with this situation?
So sa part namin sa Eskinita, yes, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Sa part namin sa Eskinita nung nag-hit yung pandemic, nakita ko hindi tumigil eh. Hindi tumigil yung production ng artists, and kami rin sa Eskinita, hindi rin kami tumigil. In fact, itong Eskinita Art Farm, itinayo namin during the pandemic. So ito yung continuing spirit na nakita ko para sa artsy natin. So tuloy-tuloy, may ginawa kami mga online projects, online selling nung hindi pa pwedeng mag-exhibit physically sa galleries. So nakita ko naman na nakihalubilo, nagsuporta yung mga art collectors natin. So bibili sila online. And natuto rin tayo na mag-adapt kasi ang daming kailangan i-adjust katulad ng mga online payments, ganang online deliveries. So maraming mga kanya-kanyang paraan para makapag-survive tayo during the pandemic. And ito na, nakikita ko na halos back to normal na tayo. And yun yung masaya, no? Maski dito sa Eskinita Art Farm, ang dami nang dumadalaw. So, yun yung nakita ko na hindi tumigil yung art scene. It remained active.
Thank you, Eski. Would anyone else like to answer the question? How has the pandemic affected art sales in the Philippines, and how did you deal with the situation?
Here in
That would-
1335, we were very blessed last year. I mean, we got a little bit worried, but thankfully, it was one of our best. Our patrons really supported the artists, and even if we did online shows, it was sold out. I think it was also because people didn't get to travel. So instead of traveling, they were into renovating their houses and acquiring more art. And it was a good year. And I think generally all of us got affected and everybody just wanted to help everybody. And so we felt very blessed. It was a I wouldn't say it was good because of the pandemic, but generally we felt really blessed. We were okay, and the artist was well taken care of.
Thank you very much. What about for Art Elaan and Kaida Contemporary? How did the pandemic affect the art sales, and how did you deal with the situation?
Same with from 1335. At first, we were worried then. Kasi,
Hi, we can't hear you.
at first, we were worried also. Kasi,
Yeah. Hi, we can't hear you. I think you have to speak up a little bit more. Yeah.
hi, hello.
It's still soft. Your voice is still soft.
Hello.
Yeah, maybe speak up a little bit more loudly.
Ayan, hi. How about? Hi.
Some more. Okay, yeah.
Same with the other galleries. We also got worried at first, but surprisingly, a lot of clients still supported art during the pandemic, and we're also grateful for them supporting us during the pandemic because the gallery started during the pandemic also. So it was also a challenge for us on how to be creative through social media, on how we can be creative online to promoting artists there.
Thank you. Another question related to the pandemic, no? Did you see a change in the output of the artists during the pandemic in terms of theme and technique? Would anyone like to answer the question? Did you see a change in the output of the artists in the pandemic in terms of theme and technique?
We have one artist that we showcased during art fair last year, Joseph Texon. And before, I really noticed that his works, there was a big transition. It was darker before the pandemic, and I was surprised. I like his old works, but I was pleasantly surprised with the new works that he showed us. It was about life more. There were plants, flowers, so it was really a change, and I really said, wow, Joseph, this is something very, very new. If I didn't know it was you, I wouldn't have known. And he said, that's how the pandemic affected him. He just wanted to speak life. So it was a very different technique. It was totally out of character, and it was actually refreshing.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to share how the artists' work were affected in terms of theme and technique during the pandemic?
Ako na lang. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, please. Oh, yes,
So,
yeah.
again, para sa tuklas, nakita ko meron silang mga consistency pa rin sa works nila. Hindi kasi nila dinedevelop yung craft nila. Pero thematically siguro yung mga pagbabago na nakita ko sa kanila. So, kita ko yung grasp nila sa current realities. So, kita ko si Tamer, si Denmark de la Cruz, si Limuel. Very socio-political kasi yung works nila. So kung ano man yung nangyayari ng pandemic and yung relation ng mga nangyayari sa implementation ng rules, protocols, kung paano gaano ka-effective yung gobyerno natin sa pangangalaga ng health natin. So marami silang mga tuloy-tuloy na yung commentaries nila. So ibig sabihin, yung mga works ng mga artists, may certain parallelism pa rin sa nangyayari sa current times. So, pero yung aesthetic-wise, nakita ko dahil pulong sila, nasa bahay, and mas maraming concentration during the pandemic. Kita ko pagkatapos ng first year, ang daming sa kanila, sa class at least, mas lalong lumago yung pananaw nila sa art and yung mga techniques nila mas lalong lumalim. So mas naging pulido, mas naging refined. And nakita ko na maganda rin yung epekto siguro dahil appreciation nila sa nature, sa relationship nila sa pamilya nila, mas lalong lumalim. And siguro nag-miss namin yung mga kita-kita, inuman, gano'n. So papunta tayo ngayon sa, well, we're getting back to normal. So sana maibalik na natin yung dati. And pagbalik nila, so mas mature natin itong mga batang artists.
Yeah, thank you, Eski. Ida, what about the artists in the Visayas?
For the other exhibitions ko here in Orange Project, I think they siguro na rin dahil sa theme ng exhibitions. But I think the works presented during the exhibitions were deeper or some may even be darker. And specifically for VIVA ExCon compared to the previous VIVA ExCons, I think they were also more personal. Since we also had the increments or where we asked the artists to document how they created the work. So yun po, I think they were more personal. Or for example, for the recent exhibition po on in partnership with Philippine Reef and Rainforest Conservation Foundation, their works also reflected some issues related to still the pandemic, even though we are slowly going back into normal. So I think there really are changes in the theme and in the way the artists create their concept, given because of the pandemic that we experienced.
Thank you, Ida. What about the artists who show with Art Elaan? Were there, well, you did open during the pandemic, but did you know the artists previously, and then did the works change in any way? Yeah.
Yes, mostly yung works nila, parang naging expression din ng parang frustration sila during the pandemic. So parang nakikita mo rin yung naging struggles nila at saka yung naging lifestyle nila during the pandemic. So yun yung napansin namin, naging common theme nung artists during the pandemic.
Thank you very much. It's the last question for the panelists. May we all request you to pose for a picture, a group photo.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So we'll just take 2 quick group photos of all of you. 3, 2, 1, smile. One more. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you.
Again, thank you very much for being part of our gallery walkthrough session this morning. We'd like to thank our partners for Art Fair Philippines, that's Ayala Land, BPI or Bank of the Philippine Islands, Globe Platinum, and Don Papa Rock. we'd also like to acknowledge our education partners, Ateneo Art Gallery, our next schedule for the next gallery walkthrough is on Thursday, today, from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m.